under the scheme of the Income Tax Act, almost you can capture all kinds of payments. And this has been done historically, and provisions have been added from time to time, as the necessity was found to. Now, particularly in regard to 28(4), and I think this became all the more important because of the issue relating to freebies being provided to the medical fraternity, which is not in consonance with the MCI, the Medical Council of India's guidelines. And therefore, you see what happens is when you give perquisites or benefits to employees, it is very easy to capture them because there are elaborate rules. There is an obligation cast on the employer. Now, as far as these kind of benefits or perquisites which are arising from the exercise of business or profession, we need to keep in mind that there is a payer and there is a payee. As far as the payer is concerned, in majority of the cases, all the payments or the expenses that he is making are written off as business expenditure, integral being a part of his own business or profession. But the recipient, there is no way for the department to be able to, in fact, there is no reporting mechanism also over all these years, that you could find out as to somebody who is exercising his business or profession, and if he has got some benefit or perquisite, how would the department come to know? And it was entirely left to the discretion of the recipient of the benefit or perquisite. If he is reporting it, and honestly speaking, even if there were people who wanted to report, benefit or perquisite within 28(4), has always remained, into the smoky screen. There is not so much of clarity. Even the case law which is there is some case law, but not much of clarity. So giving the overall structure of 194R, I think we need to first and foremost keep in mind, and I think I want to make this point, that the CBDT has lost sight of the fact that the memorandum introducing this provision had very clearly said that, our objective is to capture these provisions under 28(4). So I think within the framework of our discussion today, we can't afford to give that a miss. The most important test is going to be, when we will have discussion on the subsequent points, is regarding whether there is a benefit or perquisite. We'll have to really get into this, that suppose there is no benefit or perquisite. Suppose something is being paid, is a benefit or perquisite, but it is not in the exercise of business or profession. Because these are very material and key ingredients which are attached to the obligation of the person, who is giving or providing. And the question is, we also will need to see what is being provided. Is it a benefit or perquisite or not? So I think with these few factors that are at our mind, we will need to take this forward.